So I want to give us a quick refresher of what's Paxolin's story. So with your wage, your daily wage, it's a short-run nutrition-based poverty trap. With your wage, you buy food that gives you strength, that allows you to get some more wages at the end. So you buy more food, and that gives you strength, and you have more wages, et cetera. And that's how you survive, maybe on a daily basis. So that means that it creates a relationship between how much you start from, one fine evening, and what is your income tomorrow. And that also means that it creates a relationship with the wage level and your ability to do any work at all. So Paxolin's story was that the wage had dropped because of the increase in input prices and the uncertainty that the farmer had about whether they were going to be able to raise their output prices correspondingly. That had led to a decrease in the wage at the same time as there was an increase in the food prices, so big decrease in the real wage in terms of the food entitlement of a day of work, as Amartya Sen would say, which means that if you took this food entitlement and you had nothing else to supplement it with, this just was not enough to give you the strength to do the work to earn that wage. So that means that someone like Paxolin who had no extra resources was not able to work at all. So that creates an inequality among people because someone, take Paxolin and imagine that in fact he also had a little piece of land. Then what could he have done with this little piece of land once the wages had gone down? Ben?
Sell some of it.
So he could have sold some of it to get money, or he could have rented some of it and get money. And so now he could supplement, so suppose he rents some of it and gets money. So he starts the morning with 1,000 rupees from the rent of his field. And that can be complemented with whatever wage he earned yesterday for his work. And that might be enough to give him the strength to do a day of work. So if you compare Paxolin to his brother, for example, he has a brother in the story, right? If you compare Paxolin with his brother who had a piece of land, they might be exactly similar in terms of their underlying body and their strengths, etc. But the fact that one of them has a piece of land allows them to work, and therefore they start with a little bit more non-labor income, which gives them much more labor income. So the existing inequality in non-labor income is strengthened by the inequality in labor income, which is very different from what we would see in our standard models, where the richer people would be less likely to work because they already have the non-labor income money. So the labor market would serve to make people more similar rather than less similar. So that's the story he told us. And as we saw last time, the necessary condition for such a poverty trap is that the capacity curve, which relates your income today to your income tomorrow via the biology of the body, has this S-shaped curve that we discussed. That is, it starts below the 45-degree line, then at some point crosses it and then comes back. So we're not going to go back to that because we saw it in detail last time, but I can, oops, that was supposed to be the shape again. It doesn't want to come back. So the S-shape is made of two relations. The S-shape is a relationship between income today and income tomorrow. Let me draw it since I can't have it on the slide. So this is income today and income tomorrow. And so the S-shape is actually not one function, it's the product of two functions. One is, given how much income you have, how much calories do you decide to eat? And then the calorie that you eat, how much productive do they make you? So if we write it in math, it's like there is income, nutrition is equal to G, function G, of income today, because you get your wages and then you eat some good meal. And then income tomorrow is a function F of nutrition That means that income tomorrow is S of G of income today. So this is what makes this S shape. Now, so what we can do today is to look separately at these two relationships. What's the strength of the relationship between income tomorrow and nutrition today? And what's the relationship between nutrition today and income today? And here, when I mean today and tomorrow, I really mean today and tomorrow. This is a short-run phenomenon that we're talking about. Or maybe next week, but not a matter of generations or years.